Good afternoon, everyone. It is September the 16th, 2025. I'm going to put up two videos shortly. They're on the same subject, but each one has some different information in them, and I think it's very good to see both of the videos and the difference of what people are saying in the two videos, because one is how it's going to affect generally on these housing that the Prime Minister has announced something called Build Canada Homes Agency, which he's putting together, and it'll be from the federal government that's going to be involved in building these homes, and it's on our federal land, which of course is when you talk about federal lands and the government owning the land, it's really the taxpayers that own the land, and I think it's going to be a very interesting thing. I know I remember putting up a video on them. They're called stacked townhomes, and that's what they were doing earlier on one of my earlier videos. They were showing how this goes together in one of our wards here, and I know the councillors here are very excited about it. It's a faster way of doing it, literally building the homes off-site and then rebuilding them, just putting them together. And from what I'm understanding, of course, there's no basement, so or foundations to put them on. I'm not sure just how they're put on the ground, but or how they bed them on the ground. But there's no foundations to them, but they look sturdy. And I think this is all based on what happened. And I've told you before in another video that I found out that the government, actually, our federal government, was involved in housing, and this was from the Second World War, building all the homes so quickly, up until 1996, when they offloaded the housing to the provinces and the municipalities, and this hasn't worked out so well, and I don't think they've kept up with the housing demand, so I think this is going to be a good oversight from the federal government to ensure that there's homes, and that right now we have free land that they freed up with, I believe, 99-year leases on the land, so that private developers cannot come in and just price things the way they feel like pricing it. So it's going to be a very interesting time, and from what I'm understanding from this, once it gets going, it's going to probably, the shovels will be in the ground by spring. And I believe they're talking about 4,000 homes, how fast it's going to be. And of course, there's a lot of criticism on whether this is going to work or not. And you'll hear from the in one of the videos, definitely from the opposition leader, our conservative leader, that this isn't going to work, and there's too much red tape. Well, I believe that what the government's doing is going to try and clear a lot of that red tape to get houses up as quickly as possible. And of course, you always hear about all the controversy of people saying, no, it's not going to work. Is it going to work? But, you know, you can't just say it is or it isn't. You have to go forward and do something. And for so long, all we've been hearing about is talking about how to do the housing, you get different governments coming in, and they say, oh, this isn't going to work, and the government before will try something, then they'll cancel that project, and when they cancel a project, it also costs millions of dollars, again, to the taxpayers for canceling something that the previous government started as well. So I'm very interested in seeing how this goes. It's definitely September. I know that our Prime Minister, Carney, said that what he wants to do is going to be a priority for the government right now. I think we're going to hear more on this next month when the federal budget comes out as well. So I'm going to put up the videos as is, and I want people to understand that everyone has different opinions on different things. And it's going to be interesting to see this, because living in Ottawa myself, it looks like it's going to be starting by spring. I know the City Council here is very anxious to get programs working for to get our homeless off the streets, and people who are getting chucked out from rent evictions and everything. We've got to start doing something, and it's action now. It can't be all talk. So he's putting forward an action plan that I'm very, very excited and interested in seeing how it goes, because I know this is how, for example, I lived in a mobile home for a while. It was just a single mobile home, but you get the big double mobile homes, and they're made in a factory, and half of it's made, and then the other half of it's made, and they're both shipped in half and half, and then they're put together. So you get different compartments, and the same thing, but more, because it's more of a house or an apartment, you get more compartments in a sense to put together. But they're already done off-site. Weather's not going to affect the construction of them, and I think we're going to see more progress made, and people at least getting some kind of affordable housing, and the government's got some kind of say in it, because those lands belong to the taxpayers. That's the way I see it, and my opinion on it. I think he's doing the correct thing and going back in to actually for the government to start working again with the housing and protecting our Canadian citizens, and making sure that we have the proper housing. At least we are housed and not out on the streets. So I'm going to leave it there, everyone. Take care, be safe, watch your surroundings, and we'll talk again soon. Bye-bye.